Hey there, people! I just got finished watching the Microsoft E3 press conference. So now I'm going to talk you through all the new announcements and tell you how I feel about them. First up, they introduced one of the most awesome looking games of the entire press conference. For some reason they started out with Metal Gear Solid 5. And boy does it look awesome. Gigantic open world. You can ride horses now, so it's just like Red Dead Redemption. And also all sorts of new stealth stuff and interesting, all the characters you know and love. Some strange people on fire, paranormal thing that I didn't really get, but it looked freaking awesome. I'm going to play the shit out of that game. However, am I going to play the shit out of that game on Xbox One? I highly doubt it because it's not an exclusive. So if you're smart, you're going to play this on PS4 like everyone else who has a brain. Then they talked about the Xbox 360 a little. That they're releasing a new Xbox 360 model, which looks kind of similar like the one that's already out now, but I don't know, slightly different. And it's in stores today. Yeah. Not sure why people should care about that. And then they also said that they are going to copy Sony again, for a change, after 2 years. 2 years running behind on Sony, Microsoft is going to launch their own PlayStation Plus ripoff, where you can get free games if you're Xbox Live Gold member or something. And what hit games can you get? Well, the examples they listed include Assassin's Creed 2 and Halo 3. So yeah, if you want any games that came out in the last 5 years, you're probably out of luck. Also, they showed a little bit of Dark Souls 2, which looks pretty good, also coming out on 360, I think. I don't think that was for the Xbox One yet. But still, Dark Souls 2, again, not an exclusive. So you can play it on a good console. Okay, next they went up to the Xbox One stuff. First game they showed was Rise, Sons of Rome or something. It was a bit of a hack and slash-ish game, with like Roman soldiers invading cities and all that stuff. It looked alright. First I thought it was a Kinect game, but then all of a sudden you got QuickTime events everywhere. I mean, if you think God of War has a lot of QuickTime events, you have not seen anything yet. It was more like Heavy Rain or Asura's Wrath than God of War when it comes to number of QuickTime events. So yeah, I'm not sure if it's meant to be like an interactive movie like Heavy Rain and Asura's Wrath, but it sure as hell is going to turn out like one. Up next, the fighting game that people have been waiting for ages. A new Killer Instinct game on Xbox One. I don't really see why that has to be on Xbox One, because the graphics weren't really that amazing. I mean, I'm pretty sure that the Xbox 360 could pull that off. And, okay, sure, people have been asking for Killer Instinct for like a decade, they say. And when was the last game, like on Nintendo 64 or something? Well, I guess it's good that they're at least bringing back a series that some people want, I suppose. Up next, Traders, Insomniac Games, who you may know from such hit PlayStation 3 exclusives like the Ratchet & Clank series and the Resistance series, are making some sort of exclusive shooter game for the Xbox One. And it looked kind of a little cartoony. Like, I don't know if you know that game Brink that came out like a few years ago. I think it was kind of like that, but a little cartoonier. I didn't really catch a lot of it because I thought it would be an excellent time to go take a piss. So, yeah, if you want more information on that game, you probably have to go somewhere else. Up next, Forza Motorsport 4. Yeah, I didn't really get a whole lot of this either because I do not give a crap about driving games. There was something about, like, the game learns your playing style and then, like, makes, like, a ghost that other people can download and race against, so it feels like they're actually racing against you when they're not actually racing against you. Yeah. And then, oh boy, the game that everyone plays and is flooding YouTube with thousands upon millions of gameplay videos. It's Minecraft on Xbox One. It still looks like shit. Moving on to Quantum Break. They pretty much only showed a cutscene, so no one has a clue what the actual gameplay is going to be like. but maybe it's gonna end up like Heavy Rain or something. It's made by the people that made Alan Wake. I haven't played that game, so I can't really tell anything about it. But it's, story and setting, I didn't really get too excited. So it's probably gonna be, alright, I suppose. Up next is D4, an episodic murder mystery, as they said. It is a Kinect game. It involves heavy motion controls or something. And the graphics kinda look like Borderlands with the cell shading and stuff. I'm not getting excited for this either. Up next, I suppose you could theoretically think of this as another Sony ripoff, because Project Spark really reminded me of like Little Big Planet, but with a 3D world instead of a 2D level. It looked pretty awesome though, nothing wrong with that, but it's hard to not see the comparison to Little Big Planet there. I imagine that if Sony is going to do a Little Big Planet 3 like it's rumored, then it's probably going to be something similar to Project Spark. Or at least I would hope so, because I wouldn't mind such a game on PS4. Up next, they said some stuff about Xbox Live itself or something. They're getting rid of Microsoft points and turning it into just regular money like the PS3 already did. So hooray for catching on, I guess. And they're partnering with Twitch to allow easier live streaming or something. I don't know, I didn't really pay attention. Up next, a little bit of hilarity in the press conference, because the next reveal didn't really go over so well. Crimson Dragon, a game from the people behind, I think, Panzer Dragoon or something, are making Crimson Dragon. It's like an on-rail shooter with dragons, kind of look like Star Fox 64, except with a dragon. Also, for some reason, the audio wasn't working during the trailer. So that was pretty hilarious. Up next, probably the best game of the show for me, at least the one that I'm most excited about, and also the most pissed about that it's apparently an exclusive for Xbox One. I am talking about Dead Rising 3. Now, some of you may know that I love me some Dead Rising. It's just a great game. And Dead Rising 3, it's a giant open world with like thousands of zombies. Combining weapons is even better. Like, apparently you can combine pretty much anything with anything now. Also a new character, so no more Frank West. That's kind of a bummer, because Frank West is awesome. But Dead Rising 3 looked freaking great, so why the hell is it exclusive for Xbox One? Dead Rising 2 was not exclusive, and Dead Rising 1 was only exclusive for 360 because PS3 wasn't even out yet. So this really pisses me off. Now, the only thing I'm actually hoping Capcom to do at this point is, like, you know how they did Dead Rising 2 off the record? Like, basically just upgrade Dead Rising 2 and add Frank West as a playable character again? I'm hoping they're going to do that with Dead Rising 3 and then just bring that to PS3. Or make it multi-platform or something, I don't care. But yeah, I really do not want to have to buy an Xbox One just to play Dead Rising 3. Because the Xbox One so far is not worth it. Especially when you see the price they gave, which is coming up in a bit. First we have to wrestle through some more crap to get there. The Witcher 3 was a big open world, sort of Skyrim-ish game, I guess. Looked pretty cool. Although I haven't really heard of the series until now, so I'm not sure if it's good or not. Probably gonna be alright at least. Next, Battlefield 4. Oh, the hilarity. Once again, the audio wasn't working. And they said, okay, hold on, we're gonna try it again. And they tried it again. Still wasn't working. Tried it a third time. And they said, okay, maybe you'll have to see that later, and then they got it working, so that was pretty funny. But yeah, the graphics on Battlefield 4 look awesome. But I'm not sure, like, what parts of the stuff they showed is, like, scripted or not, or if it's actual in-engine stuff. Because it's probably going to be scripted as hell. Up next, there was a game that had some robed figure strolling through the desert for some reason. And then some sort of huge pit in the sand opened up and this gigantic robotic bird came out. And then the guy's cloak kind of blew off and was revealed to be Master Chief. Kind of confused me, like, if Master Chief's in a desert, why the hell does he need a cloak? He has a helmet. He can't get sand in his eyes. He was wearing full body armor. He can't get sunburned. What's the point of the damn cloak? The only point was to not immediately reveal that it's a Halo game. Also, they did not say whether it was Halo 5 or not, or if it's going to be like another spin-off. Although, because it has Master Chief in it, I'm going to assume that it's part of the main series, because pretty much all of the spin-offs didn't have Master Chief in it, like Halo 3 ODST and Halo Reach. So, even though they didn't say it, I'm guessing it's Halo 5. And then, the moment we've all been waiting for, the Xbox One's price and release range. Xbox One will be released in November for a grand total of $500 US, or 500 euros, or 429 British pounds. In other words, it's going to be expensive as fuck. And then they showed a last game, which I admit looked pretty damn awesome. It was called Titanfall. It's a shooter, first person, I think also partly third person. I don't know if you can switch or not. But it had like giant robot suits and platforming along buildings and with jetpacks and all that stuff. It looked pretty damn cool. I wouldn't mind playing that game. However, I am not going to buy an Xbox One just for Titanfall and Dead Rising 3. No way in hell. I mean, Sony's press conference is starting in like 6 hours or something. I'll just wait until I see all the stuff they're going to show, because Sony said that they're going to show over 40 games at their conference, which I guess would work because their conference is half an hour longer than Microsoft's. And how many games did Microsoft show? Like 20 or something? So yeah, Sony is probably going to rock the socks off of Microsoft. And I can really see a huge opportunity for Sony here. If their price is a lot lower than the Xbox One's $500, then Sony can definitely just destroy Microsoft this generation. I mean, first there's the always on and the used games disasters for Microsoft, and then if their price is going to be much higher than the PS4's, then it's just pretty much all over for them. Bam, Microsoft third place, and then it's up to Nintendo and Sony to battle for first and second. So there we go, that's a wrap on my review of the Microsoft E3 2013 press conference. Hope you found this video to be useful in making your decision in which next-gen console you're going to buy. Thank you for your time. I will be back later today with the press conferences of Ubisoft, EA, Sony. Though Sony might come up tomorrow because the press conference for Sony is at like 3 a.m. to 5 a.m. my time. And tomorrow, Nintendo, the one I'm really looking forward to because of Super Smash Bros. 4. Thanks for watching. I'll see you guys later. Bye-bye.